Hello everybody, there's Demon here. Thank you so much for tuning into the Demon Cast. This is episode 1 of a campaign that's not yet named. It goes along with Demons and Dragons. So, yeah. Alright, so we're gonna get into character here. Let's do a quick physical description of y'all's characters. Who wants to go first?
I guess I can go first. My character, Drog Strongfist. He's a 7'2" tall human, 30 pounds of raw muscle. He's got short brown hair and green eyes. Roughly about the age of 23.
Okay. And, Ben?
Oh, hey, my character is a cat folk. His fur pattern is of that of lynx. His name is Mirth, with a little apostrophe, which is pretty useless, but whatever.
Okay. Some quick, basic stuff. You're both familiar with the adventures of Moraine and Gowron. Okay, so this takes place roughly 1,000 years after that ended. Like 993 to be exact.
Oh dear.
Anyway, you guys were off in Alioth and you saw a starfall. So, the listener can't see this, but this great big, giant star sea, that's where it hit. That used to be land.
Oh dear.
That's quite big.
Yeah. It used to have a northern continent and a southern continent. Now it has a northern continent, a central continent, and a southern continent. So, anyway, you guys are in the lands of Coldfjord, which is very Nordic in origin and sounding stuff. It's been so long that a lot of the names have stuck, but nobody really remembers how to pronounce half the shit. Common is now the primary language, as opposed to whatever language was spoken when all this stuff was named. So, there's the backstory. Let's set the scene. This is where I hand you your maps.
Maps.
Yay. Blank maps. So you're down here in this little city. That little town.
Okay.
Down there. My notes call it Philstad. That's super important. Obviously, I ran out of ink, and all these hexes were supposed to be blue and solid. But that looks cool.
Okay.
So, you're in the little Philstad town. It's spring, and spring generally means rain. Most of this hold, which is like the large, I think like state or province, it's plains in quotation marks in that it's flat land that's forested and not actually plains. But it's been cleared out sometimes and rebuilt. So there's plains and forest, essentially. It's pretty flat.
Okay.
Spring, raining. It's been raining for a couple days. It's that wet, drizzly stuff that if you were to run across the street, you get more water on you from splashing in the puddles than you do from the actual rain falling on you. And as such, as dusk is falling, most people are hanging around the taverns. Generally inside, either at home or at some place they can party or just sit back and have a drink. So the tavern is full. Peoples of all races, all sorts, kind of just jam-packed into this thing. The band's going pretty good. This place is hot. Ready? So, for one reason or another, and probably primarily because you can't avoid anybody, it's too full or too packed. You're sitting at a table with a bunch of other people. And the waitress person comes up, a half-elven woman, long hair, pretty, all gussied up to be a sexy serving wench, short skirt, knee-high boots, whatever. She comes on over with a great big tray full of drinks, and she says something along the lines as, a grog for the big grey guy, Irish homebrew for my kin and a halfling, ale for the dwarf and the human fella make the orc look small, and for the kitty, I wrote down cold green tea, and she puts it down in front of you, and everybody just kind of looks at you. If you need anything else, just let me know. And she turns around, somebody tries to go grab her ass or something like that, and she kind of whips this tray around, hits the person and the rest, and she kind of turns around, does that pointy thing like, a look, no touch.
I really like her.
And walks off to the counter to get another thing to serve somebody else. Like I said, this place is popping, so everybody's got to yell in order to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been sitting around with this dwarf guy who's been telling a story about the Riftlands to the south. And he takes a big drink of his ale and says, "Alright, what was I saying? Wait, what was I saying? Oh, yes. Well, the Riftlands, there's lots of ruins in the Riftland. How many of these have I had?" And he's been drinking since way before you got here. So, a lot.
My kind of guy.
The runes in the Riftlands, they still got treasure in them. They do. Ever since they were abandoned and whatnot. I'm waiting for the one day that I find a temple and I will get a good amount. Whoa, I had a lot of hell. Or, if I could find a building down there and set up shop or something, that'd be nice. Away from the Jarl's taxes and the and did you hear that? And he stops. And if you look around, you notice that other people have stopped talking and started looking around. And pretty much you still can't hear over the roar of everybody else in the building. Okay. But there is the faintest sound, almost like a scream, but not exactly. And the whole place goes silent. The guy running the fiddle kind of does, and like the whole place becomes dead quiet, save the patter of raindrops on the roof and the crackling of a fire pit. And then you hear screams. First few are humanoid screams. The second one, a little somewhere between a scream and a roar. And for those of you who don't know any better, which is probably all of you, it sounds like a dragon. People start bolting for the door. Big guys grabbing their swords, some of their spears. Couple people, bows and whatnot. Everybody just gushes out of this building and go see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Half of them drunk and kind of barely able to keep their swords up. And you look out into the darkness, provided that you follow them.
Well, something sounds interesting.
You again hear this roaring scream that I cannot pronounce, but it sounds a lot like the T-Rex from the Jurassic Park, I assume.
See if I can actually do this voice. It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Let's see. Forgive me if I sound horrible at first. Right, let's go outside.
Well, I follow the big guy.
I ready my axe.
The street's muddy. It's wet, sopping wet. It's still drizzling. The light's rather dim. There's plenty of candles and torches and light streaming out from some of the houses and whatnot, but for the most part, you see nothing. But you can feel an almost thundering shake through the ground as something large approaches. And it doesn't take long before somebody comes out of the darkness screaming that there's a monster coming. And again, this large roar, which I cannot duplicate, but sounds exactly like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. Anyway, what comes out of the darkness is, we'll say, 30 feet tall. Has the large lizard-like head, fairly short forearms. It is kind of a brownish in color, lighter underside. It looks very reptilian, and it runs on 2 legs. It basically takes a few steps to catch up to this person that's in front of it, comes down, crunches, throws the person up, catches it in the air, swallows, and then looks at the group that is gathered. And there's a lot of people like, oh my god. And the arrows start flying. We're going to do a skills challenge.
Okay.
This has less negative effects, positive effects, so much as you're just going to do stuff, and we'll see if that was effective at all in stuff.
Okay.
So essentially, you're being attacked by a T-Rex.
Okay.
Roll me initiatives. Figure out which one wants to go first.
14.
All right. Grog.
Drog.
Grog. Grog's a drink.
Yeah.
Grog for Drog. There's a big reptile over there. Probably not a dragon, there's no wings.
Okay.
And people are firing arrows, and some other people are raising their shields and stepping back and whatnot. This thing roars like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, because that's what it is.
Alright, so is there any weaponry, like ballistas, anything around this town?
There probably is perhaps a front gate towards the northeast. This is coming in from the south. There's not really a gate over here.
I suppose the thing is too big to push by myself, even though how strong I am.
Yeah, this thing is the size of a T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
Alright, fair enough. So this is like a skills challenge?
It's like a skills challenge that doesn't really have the drawbacks and positives of an actual skills challenge. You're just doing some cool stuff right now.
So what should I be doing? Like figuring out how to save people, or trying to figure out how maybe we can stop it from running around?
Both works. I guess goal, A, don't get eaten. B, try not to have other people get eaten. And C, maybe kill it.
Alright, so
You have a small militia there standing with you. Half of them drunk.
Yeah.
alright. Let's see here. Probably a really good idea is, could I shout at the people to aim for the eyes?
Absolutely.
I was just thinking that.
I'd be like, alright, everybody aim for the eyes.
Roll me something.
Perception, I guess. I mean, everything's 4 on my skills list right now. That'd be a 20.
Okay. People aim for the eyes. So, this great big guy that you were sitting next to, yeah, I was aim for the eyes. And some of the archers, like, instead of shooting mass, actually point towards the head. This thing starts walking up towards them.
Okay. Oop. Mirth forgot to fill out what gear he has.
I think it was your turn to do something.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take out a rope and toss part of it at someone else and say, "We must wrap the feet."
Okay. What are you rolling for that?
I could do acrobatics. Do it quickly and not get
Acrobatics
squished.
to throw stuff?
Yeah. 24.
Okay. Yeah, you successfully throw a rope to another person, so you wrap the feet, and they're like, okay, and then you guys are kind of going around sideways. There are other people that are trying to like stab with spears and whatnot as this thing kind of like takes a step back, and it decides like, hey, that person over there is juicy, and he eats another person. But you are at his ankles with the rope.
Okay.
Some more arrows fire at this thing's face, and it is Drog's turn.
Okay. I don't have a whole lot of options. I can try to distract and intimidate it to give everybody else some more time.
That's fine.
See how bad I am at this. That would be a 15.
15. Right. So this mountain of a man yells at this giant lizard. Causes it to step back a bit, which makes your job slightly harder. But other people get a boost of confidence from this too as it starts to back down. And Mirith?
Okay.
Mirth,
yeah. I just want to be able to tie its feet up. But I suppose maybe use perception. No, sense motive, right?
Sure.
What?
Sure.
Sense motive to see where it's gonna try and maybe eat someone else, or
Okay.
So 18.
Okay. Well, this thing's backing up a little bit. There's a lot of angry people over there that don't look so tasty because they're spiky with swords and spears and stuff. A bunch of arrows coming up at this thing. So you can see how it moves, where it's going first, and you can go and say hook your line around another thing and able to actually get around it so that you can kind of actually tie him.
Okay.
And then the arrows fly and dart this thing in the face. And it lets out a roar in pain, and it's Drog's turn.
Alright. Let's see here. What should I do? I don't think I could use knowledge of nature because I've probably never seen one of these before, have I?
Probably not, but why don't you... Oh, yeah, this is a skill challenge. Well, you understand nature, so give me a nature check to do something.
I figure maybe I've seen some smaller versions of a reptile that I knew where to cut and to like actually keep it from keeping balance or something like that.
It's an animal, so you can figure out how it works, even if you can hit.
That would be a 13.
That is a success.
Take off its tail.
Right. This thing's getting tripped up a bit, and he's got a rope around it. Some other guys helping get a rope around it. You think, okay, large creature, bipedal, stands on those two legs, has a nice big Achilles tendon,
So
and it's distracted. So
I take
run
my
in.
great axe and Right in the back of its Achilles tendon.
Right in the back of his slice through the Achilles tendon. This thing just I forgot what they're called. Shutter, not shutter. The blinds that you pull and they go.
The blinds.
Blinds on the windows. You pull them down and they stay. But
Shutters.
if you do this and they go. Shh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I lost the description of this thing, so they just curl.
Shade.
Yeah. Something.
Window shade.
Yes. Right. It's something. But it curls up, and then there's this brief pause where you realize this thing's falling. Which brings us to the person who's underneath it, more so than him.
Oh. Mirth. Escape artist, or I could do acrobatics again.
That works.
Okay. Oh, what about the other people underneath it?
What about the other people underneath it?
God damn it.
You could be, as you're doing acrobatics, you could be shouting at them to move, move, move.
I could also do perception. Either way.
I'm totally judging this guy's life on your roll now.
Okay.
I'm about to die.
Yeah, okay, so we'll go like this. I will use my acrobatics to go over to the other guy and try and push him out of the way.
Got it. That's a success.
Thank you.
Alright. Yeah. You do that. You jump over the rope, push this guy out of the way, this thing comes falling down on next to you, and you're like, whoa, that almost got crushed. The other guy's like, holy shit, I almost got crushed. Thank you, Catman. Yeah. And the mob descends upon this creature, stabbing it to death and slaughtering it.
Right, job well done.
That was interesting.
And then once everybody's sure it's dead, you hear a lot of mumbling about, hey, you sure it's dead? Just have it again, just be sure. Give me a perception or investigation check on this thing.
We don't have investigation.
I have perception.
I have perception as well.
I never wrote it down. We have to alter that.
I got a 22.
I got a 20.
Okay, well you both did good enough to realize this thing is scarred all the hell. I'm deleting that. Okay, this thing is scarred all the hell. And it looks, I think the word is emaciated?
Emaciated.
Emaciated. Hasn't eaten a long time.
Oh.
It's very large.
Hmm.
So, we're going to pause here and fix your character sheets. Alright, so you've just taken down this giant lizard.
Hmm.
What is it? It's a toy lizard from the Riftlands. I don't know why they're here. How come nobody heard it coming? We did hear it coming, that's why it came out. And there's banter about what the hell is this thing? Where'd it come from?
So it's night right now?
It is night right now.
Like,
And the party's ruined.
yeah.
There's people helping some injured. It's still raining. This thing's sunk down into the mud.
Pain move.
Somebody says they're good eating.
Right. Start cutting some meat away.
Yeah.
Lizard chops. Take it off the tail.
Thick, scaly hide meats.
Hey.
It's not so good meat because this thing's obviously starved and pretty scarred all the hell.
Make some bracers out of them.
It's strange.
Hmm.
The people that do know what this is find it strange that it's this far north. So, What are you guys doing?
I'm wet.
Yeah.
You are wet. You smell like a wet cat.
Yeah. Hey, instead of looking all puffy, you look like you're like much skinnier than you used to be. Looks like the cat got wet. Oh, sorry.
I give you the stink eye. But
He smells nothing.
So, probably...
I walk back into the inn.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the thing is dead. We are for sure it's dead.
It's for sure dead. They made sure to cut it off pretty good. The head off pretty good and make sure it's not going to be getting up. The people that know what it is assure it's not a dragon.
Okay. Well,
It's one of the big ones, though.
I grab a few slabs of like what good meat is on it, and I put it in my backpack and wrap it up in leaves, and then I head back in the inn, saying, "Bring on the ale."
Some serving wench brings the ale.
I want bracers from it.
Okay. Can you afford that?
No. I can't. But I'll help take it down, so.
We'll see.
Okay.
You're already starting with that stuff.
So, drink tonight.
Yeah.
It's just not the same party it was a little while ago. A lot of people go home.
I probably get my hand slapped for trying to hit on the bar winch.
Oh yeah, she's good at it. Like she's got like was it clairvoyance or something? What? I didn't do anything. You were thinking about it.
I kind of like her.
So it gets quiet. The dwarf guy comes back in, sits down, puts his head on the table. Ale.
Make that a double.
Brings you another ale. Brings him an ale. Everything's muddy now. Some blood.
I'm drying by the fire.
A lot of whispers and nervous stuff. And they're talking about, well, maybe now we need to build a wall and blah, blah, blah. It grows later. Y'all turn in for the night?
I think Drog is probably passed out like after so many ales.
Throg goes clunk next to the dwarf.
And the dwarf has gone clunk.
Some
I go
other
to
people
bed.
go clunk.
Yeah. I just go to bed.
Alright. You probably pay for a night earlier. You get a room. He might have a room, but apparently he's sleeping on the table. Early morning. You getting up? Still kind of drizzly, but it's not so bad. Misty. There's a dead joint lizard right there. There is. Some guy telling a tale about how he had to fight 3 of them. And they're the ones with the spines on the backs.
They have spines.
Spines on the backs. Right big plates of armor. They make a good shield.
Okay.
Do you miss your railroad?
No.
I miss Marine.
I'm just trying to think here.
Well, it's like, okay, well, what do we do now? I guess,
So-
but
Would anybody in town like us to investigate why this came out?
You know, I went for that.
Throwing a little bit of reward. Maybe a case of ale. I'll do it.
Let's go find the mayor, we should.
Alright, I go Find the mayor out.
You and a small entourage. Go find the mayor. You find a mayor. He's a portly guy. I don't know what portly means, but it seems like a good descriptor.
Are you following us, or?
Oh yeah.
There you go.
My character's kind of like.
All the mud out there.
So we got a couple town guard out there. They're increasing the guard due to the worries of this thing. Somebody says, "Hi, is anybody going after these things and find out why they're coming out this way?" He just shrugs and
He's doing it.
we have a volunteer.
That's right.
Well, what is your name, good sir?
Drog.
Drog.
Yeah.
You're a huge guy, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. That's what the ladies say anyway. Ho, ho, ho.
Ha! Well, it'd be a great service to the Jarl to not have his people eaten. Good luck.
So, could you give me a directions where to go?
Does anybody know where these things are from? Do you know where they're from?
I don't know where they're from, but something this big must have made tracks. Especially with the rain.
You can follow the tracks. And somebody else pipes up. Oh, the big reptile things are from the plains to the south.
And that's where I'll go. And I get up and I start to walk out.
I get up and follow him.
Wait! You want some rations?
I got some lizard jerky in my backpack.
Oh, okay.
Cooked it myself.
I'll go up. I'll take the rations, please.
Okay, kitty. They go get Mirth some rations.
I'll take his rations too.
You get extra rations. And you get to the southern end of the town, and it looks like it's just you two going.
That's fine with me. Less reward to have to share. Kitty.
And into the forest you walk. Okay. So you start out leaving Pilstead, which is on the Lilypad Lake. Pilstead. Now, Pilstead or Lilypad Lake is called that because it's really shallow and full of lily pads, like the whole damn thing. But most of the trade, and therefore most of the towns, are on a lake or on a river of some sort, and it's the only way that really the plains holds are connected to the more mountainous fjord holds. And yeah, so you enter the hex to the south of Pilstead. We're going to roll perception checks, I guess.
Okay.
And I am going to get a percentile dice.
Alright, so I got a 21.
17.
Okay. 21 and 17. It's going to take you about 2 days, roughly, to explore this area. The river, of which I do not have a name. Would you like to name this river?
Let's see here, will be something Noric.
Inputs? Norkfin.
The Flynn River.
Yeah. Okay. It is now called the Flynn River. Alright. So the Flynn River runs from where you see it on your map down to almost that little point down at the bottom of the hex. It's a little off to the right of it. And almost all the way down is a tiny little tributary.
Okay.
That kind of runs off of it into the hex below. Go ahead and roll me another perception check. Brilliant.
12.
19.
12 and 19. 12 and 14. Okie dokie. So, most of this is forested. The hex is mostly forested, so it's all trees.
Okay.
And that might be important to know. But, as you are walking through the forested area, it magically does that.
I'm scared of the dog.
Well, it's a problem. It's a problem now, isn't it? Okay. You're walking through the woods, and you don't notice it. But you do. There are these thick lines of web that go across the ground. Or at least they look like web. They're kind of big.
Hey,
Drog.
Drog. Drog, hold up.
What is it, kitty?
We got webs. There, and there, and there. Might want to step over them.
Right. Thank you.
Why don't you roll me acrobatics checks?
I'm not even properly trained in that right now.
Yep.
Roll a 19.
25.
Okay. You manage to not trigger any of these, and what you do is you come up to two large spiders hanging in a web type thing.
Mm-hmm.
They do not seem to have noticed you, and you seem to have, walked through this area, looked to your right. Oh, there they are.
Right then. Shall we?
Two of them. They're large. They're white, and they got big, longer forearms that look pretty nasty. Kind of reminds you of a crab shape, but they are clearly spiders.
I nod my head at Drog and I say we both charge
Yeah.
at them.
Okay. Roll me initiatives.
We get a sneak attack.
Yep.
7.
10.
Spider 1. Who got a 10?
Mirth did.
Mirth. What'd you get?
7.
Drog. And Spidey 2. Right. Spider on the right, spider on the left. Which one are you guys taking?
I'll take the one on the left.
Alright. This is a surprise round. You were close enough to run up and attack.
I do that then. I'll just use a regular fist attack to the spider. 7.
No. That's a miss.
Yeah.
Kind of swung and actually almost hit some of the webbing.
Yeah.
Drog.
Alright. Nope. 7.
So you charge these spiders. Mirth, the cat man, runs up and goes, whee, And Drug comes up behind him with his great big axe and swings and misses. You undershot your swing there.
Just practicing, getting the feel.
Spoider's turn.
Oh, I thought we got... That was the surprise round, then we start regular initiative.
This is the regular initiative.
Oh, okay.
The spider got the highest roll.
Oh, cursed spiders.
Yes. And this is the one that you tried to punch.
Oh.
Poke it in the eyes.
Oh, does a 10 hit your AC?
No.
Oh, so sad. It is Mirth's turn.
Okay. I'm going to punch it again. 10.
That is going to miss.
Okay.
Alright, is it the other spider's turn?
No, it is Drog's turn.
Right, let me show you how this done. That is a 15.
15 hits. Do your damage.
So, just real quick, how did I get the plus 6 you told me to put on my axe?
It's two-handed weapon, so you get strength and a half.
Oh, okay. So, a d12 plus 6 damage.
Nice, isn't it?
That would be a 14 damage.
Son of a bitch. You kill a spider.
I cleave it right in half.
You cleave it right in half, and just right down the abdomen to where it like kind of explodes, and like the legs are still stuck in the web, but the body's like dropping to the ground. It's very graphic.
Right, your turn.
And it kills him. Spider gets to try to eat Mirth.
Oh.
Does a
No.
11 hit your AC? No. Demon sad.
No poisoning for you.
Okay, Mirth.
Alright, I'm going to flurry of blows at it. So I get a -1, but we'll see how that goes. Nope.
Drog.
Please
Alright, so I'm going to go run up to it and try to cleave it with my axe. Well, not cleave. That would be a 20, and it's a 19. Is that a crit for mine?
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 19.
Is the crit range for your axe? Or you have a times 3?
I have a times 3.
Okay, so no.
That would have to be a 20.
It would have to be a 20.
Okay.
Go ahead, do your damage.
That would be a 15.
It kills it.
I cut out some of its legs so it tilters over and then I slam back down.
Yeah.
Okay. You each gain 200 XP.
I did nothing except dodge.
Alright. So, that was not happy for me. I wanted to poison at least a little bit. You guys are perfectly capable of handling a CR1, Mr. Barbarian. So, from this point on, where are you heading? You fairly explored the hex. You haven't located any giant monster people. You're tracking this down the path?
So, yeah, so do we roll first?
You can roll survival checks.
Oh. Something I need to invest in.
Oh, man.
Or invest in.
12.
Okay. Plenty good enough to see the very large footprints in the soft ground. It came from the southwest.
So we kind of head to this one down here.
Yes.
Alright, so that's where I'll try. I don't know, did you roll
What?
for survival or do I need
Oh.
survival?
Nice.
You rolled.
Yeah.
Alright, so we both see it. We both start following tracks, I guess.
Okay.
Right. whoa. That is another counter. So, you mosey on into the southwest hex. Roll me perception checks.
Gotta take that skill.
Yeah.
And that was terrible. 9.
19.
Alright. You find nothing of any actual real use or anything. The east side, the hex split down the middle. The east side is entirely forest. It's kind of old lake. We're almost done.
Okay.
And the west side is open savanna plains. And this is where your footsteps go into.
Okay.
So, you're walking through the tall grass, following your thing,
Mm-hmm.
creature. I'm gonna beast your grade. Okay, so you guys are entering into a field, and thou shalt roll me perception checks.
20!
24 technically, but
22.
Okay. 20 and 22 versus good, bad, very bad. Okay. So, you guys are tall enough to see over the tall grass, and you see the grass is parting. You can see things kind of beelining it. There's 2 streams over here. There's 2 streams over there, and there's 2 streams. Actually, he got a good one. So there's a stream coming straight at you, and a stream coming off from the your right. You don't see those ones. Those ones are here. I take them back.
Okay.
But you do not get surprised. And actually, those ones get to go first, so that makes total sense. What do I need for damages? Alright. You see things here. You see things here.
Mm-hmm.
Something from this side comes and charges you. Yellow is Mirth, correct?
Yep.
Let's see, that is a 15 versus AC.
Yes, either way, because am I flat-footed?
It's not a surprise round.
Yeah, but I didn't know those guys were there, right? But either way, my armor class is 15. So.
Okay, that is. Where is that? I gotta get used to this. Attack my skills. 3 damage.
Okay.
And then the next guy comes in, right up to Drog. And that is going to take a 11 versus AC.
it misses.
Okay. And next turn is Drog.
Well, I'm going to swing around and...
Oh, I should probably describe these. These are small lizard-like creatures, roughly 2 foot tall at the shoulder, maybe another foot at the head when it's got its head up. Very similar to the one that attacked the town, except they're much thinner. They have small little feather things on them, large sharp teeth, and this great big sickle-shaped claw on their foot.
Okay. Well, the one that tried to attack me, I'm going to spin or grab my axe and I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
That is 10.
That's going to miss. Mirth.
Oh, I'm going to attack the one in front of me, I suppose. So, just use regular fist. Miss.
What is it?
Miss. It's 5, 8.
Okay. Not good for you guys. It is now White's turn. White will come straight up and charge Drog.
Yes.
Not Garmin. 13 versus AC.
It's a miss.
Okay. The purple one will do the same thing. Draw. That is a 21 versus AC.
That hits.
That is 3 damage.
Okay.
Black is going to charge Draw. For 3 versus AC. I'm sorry, 4 versus AC. Wait, he's flanking. 6 versus AC.
Nope.
And Yellow will come here and charge Mirth.
Am I sending out that much where it's like, hey, we've got to kill this thing first?
14 versus AC.
No.
Okay. Drog.
Alright, I'm going to...
This one was not... you'd seen this one coming previously, and he did go through a area of your effect. You do get an opportunity attack.
Oh, that one? No, the
yellow.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to attack it. Which would be 11.
No. Pink's turn to jump at you and try to slash at you with its claw. 6 for 60. Green's turn to do the same thing to Drog. That would be a 23 versus AC.
It hits.
That is 3 damage.
Youch.
You guys got a hit. This would be a great time to cleave.
I don't have cleave.
And or rage.
I probably rage.
It's your turn.
Alright. I'm going to rage, which gives me +4 to strength and constitution, -2 to AC, though.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I wonder if maybe it's a bad time to rage. That's your choice.
Well, I'm not going to rage right now. I'm just going to attempt to attack green. Would be a 19.
That hits.
And that is 9 damage.
Green dies.
Alright, you need to kill one.
It's Mirth's turn.
I need to hit one.
Yeah.
I will punch pink. 18.
That hits.
Okay. Yeah, look at that. D6.
Do you have any bonuses?
+1 for strength, so 2.
2, huh?
2
Yep.
damage?
2 damage. So I rolled a 1.
This is a full round action because you're not moving?
I'm level 1.
Oh, you can't do that?
I could do flurry of
Flurry of blows, yeah.
but I'd have to call that, and I didn't call
Okay. I'm a kitty cat, I will do 30 blows.
that. Yes.
Maybe it's because you have fur on your knuckles, it didn't quite hit hard.
White
Sucks.
shall attack Drog.
Don't hit.
13 versus AC?
Nope.
Purple, Drog. Critical fail. Okay. Black looks like he's after Drog. Everybody wants to eat you. It might be the meat in your backpack.
Yeah, probably.
You're no longer being flanked. Does that count as flanked still? Because
because he was
there's
attacking.
nothing there.
He was attacking. The yellow was attacking.
That's a good question. It's still going to be a minimum of 15 versus AC.
Yeah, that hits.
That is 4 damage.
I am bloodied.
Yeller is going to continue attacking Mirth. 14 versus AC.
No.
Okie dokie. It is Pink's turn. Mirth. Less. Green is dead. Drog. Your turn.
I'm going to attack white. 12.
Doesn't miss.
Well, it's been nice knowing you.
Yeah.
Mirth.
Okay, well, I will flurry of blows to Pink. Eight and 8.
That's a miss.
Yeah.
White. Drog. That's a definite no. Purple goes Drog. 17, 18, 19.
That's a hit.
5 damage.
I am 0 health, actually negative 2. I'm down.
Interesting. Black is going to run up this way and attack Mirth.
Yep.
17 versus AC.
Yes.
Okay.
This is not going to end well.
4 damage.
Okay, I'm now bloodied.
What's your
I'm at 2 hit points.
Constitution score?
0.
The actual score.
Oh, 10.
10. Okay. We just did which one? Black. Okay. Yeller. Where'd it go? 10, 11. 11 hit.
No. No, it does not.
Pinku! Still trying to kill you.
Yes.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19 versus AC.
I die.
3 damage.
I'm at 0.
You had 0? So you're staggered
So
and
two-
you're still
two.
standing, but a strenuous action.
No, actually, I'm at -1.
-1. Okay.
Yes.
You fall down.
Mm-hmm.
The world goes black. And this is the end of this episode. Bye. Hi, guys. How are you?
Upset.
Yep.
I'm surprised.
Well,
I expected him to just be like, I crush him, I crush him, I crush him. And he didn't.
Nope. Game over.
Not really.
we died.
You dropped below your HPs, and for all intents and purposes, for what you know, they are now eating your dead, lifeless corpses.
Hmm.
Yum, yum. You each get 135 XP.
It's in 100 and what?
135 XP.
So we're at 335. The dice were just not with us.
No, they weren't. Like, you should have actually at least done more. So,
Sometimes that happens, you know? It's
Yeah.
just like, hey, we should be able to level these mooks. And they just leveled us. Okay.
yes. Okay. So, that's good. Who has the highest Constitution score?
Probably you, because mine's 10.
Okay. Mine was 12.
Okay. Mr. Catman.
Hmm.
You wake up to see what appears to be a carved wooden structure. It's not like a wooden ceiling. It's kind of carved up that way, and it looks like somebody carved its end to the wood. You can see the rings and whatnot. It's warm. It's dry. It's not raining. And you're in a whole lot of pain.
Meh.
Your monk's training taught you how to deal with pain.
Pretty much.
Sounds good. What do you do?
Am I restrained?
Nope.
Okay.
You are stripped of armor. Wait, you don't have any armor. I forget.
Yes.
New character.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Is Drog there?
You can look around and find Drog lying on... Essentially, what you're lying on is like a shelf carved out of a great big chunk of wood.
Mm-hmm.
And Drog is on the other side, sitting on or lying down on like the same type of shelf. He does not have his armor. It's sitting on the floor.
Okay. What about the wounds I have?
Bandaged,
Mm.
aching. You can consider yourself at 3 hit points.
Okay.
That goes for the both of you.
I'm not awake yet, though.
I go over to Drog
Alright.
and I paw him in the face.
A big kitty paws you in the face.
I kind of snap out of it with searing pain and... where's that little twat? Oh.
I paw you a couple more times.
Quit! Wait. Huh?
I don't know.
Who stripped me down?
Wasn't me.
I grab my arm and I start painfully putting it back on.
Do I have any clothes on?
Yeah. You have your clothes. You don't have any armor, but then again, you didn't have any armor to begin with.
Yeah. Okay. I put on my loincloth. Shorts.
Okay. That would have been on. Well, I suppose not in order to bandage you up. So never mind. Whatever. You put on clothing. You are what appears to be inside of a hollowed out tree trunk. There is a flap of, we're going to say, reptilian skin or hide covering the doorway to this tree lodge.
Okay. I sneak over to the doorway
Okay. You sneak over to the doorway.
and look through.
Alright. You open the door, or open the flap. What you see is trees. Plenty of trees around. You're clearly not in the bushes anymore. And that's pretty much it. You're in forest.
My character shrugs it. Drog.
I shrug back, confused. Alright, so I'm gonna push, kind of push you out of the way a little bit, and then
I
open
start
up the
pawing
flap.
him as he pushes me.
Yeah. So you step out of this tree.
Yeah.
Right. So you guys stumble out of this tree as you're both trying to apparently get through the door at the same time. And you hear a voice say something along the lines of, "Oh, good, you're awake. Now, you two can explain to me why the hell are you down this far south?" If you look up in the tree branch, there is this little gnome guy. He's sitting there whittling on some type of stick, but he's obviously stopped to look down and ask you a question.
How far up is this branch?
It's only a good 10 feet.
I
He's just kind of sitting on the branch, his feet swinging. Just like he was sitting up there relaxing when he finally woke up.
We're looking.
Looking? What you looking for? Treasures?
The reason why the lizard beasts are coming north.
Oh, you had toy residents head north, huh?
Aye.
Oh. Sorry about that. There's been some strange happenings going on lately. You two are very ill prepared to actually come out here, though. You're lucky a lady I found you.
Question, how did you get us back?
Oh, I didn't. The lady did.
Who's that?
Oh, she's the druid here.
Well, at the very least, I gotta thank her.
Oh, she'll be around eventually, I presume. You two are in no shape to leave. I suggest you don't. Can I ask you a question, little Kit Kat man? What kind of race are you? Oh, I ain't seen you going around here.
My character shrugs. I'm a cat.
He's one of the cat folks.
Catman, cat folk. I'm one of the half-fae folks. Half-fae. Well, not really half-fae. We're kind of full-fae, but not really half-full-fae because we've been away from the fae for so long. Hello. Good to see that you're up and going now. You two should not be traveling down this far south. You're lucky a lady I found you.
Okay. Draw is gonna go lay down and get some rest. I go back into the tree.
You watch as you go. Cheerio. Catman, little Catman.
I climb the tree.
Okay, climb the tree. He watches you climb the tree.
Yep. I climb onto the branch that he's on.
You're a good climber.
Search my Alton.
He looks at you kind of like, leans back a little bit like, what is the Catman doing? He says that. Hello. It's good to see you're awake. What are you guys doing here so far south? You're lucky a lady I found you.
Right. Well, I'm going to start mowing because I'm stuck in the tree now.
And with that, I think we're going to close. Drug, get the ladder. You got to stay with Kitty.
Not again.